guys, how's it going? It's Pokeplay. Now today, welcome back to another Pokemon Showdown video. And today we're going to be doing something a little different, something I haven't done before. And I'm actually going to be using a set team instead of a random battle team. So pretty much I'm just going to use this team. It has Mimikyu, Celesteela, Toxapex, and later in a minute I'll go in depth of their moveset, everything about them. But what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to show you a battle that I went through, and I'm going to have a little bit of commentary. I'm going to show you exactly what I did. I'm going to talk you through it. I'm going to tell you what I wish I did, what I didn't do that I should have done, stuff like that. And I'll just tell you, like, recommendations. But it's a really interesting battle, so I really recommend that you watch it. It's really cool. And so I only have 3 Pokemon because I didn't actually realize that you could use 6 Pokemon in the setting that I have. Also, let me show you the setting really quick. It's Gen 7 OU for Pokemon Showdown. If you want to use that setting, I mean, I don't really know what it does, but it's interesting. So where was I? I'm going to explain the movesets and stuff for these Pokemon. So my first one is Mimikyu. And of course it's shiny because everything's better if it's shiny. It has Mimikyu Z for the item. So that pretty much what that is that if you have Play Rough, you can use Mimikyu Z. And it's kind of like his signature move, but it's a Z move. Alright, Disguise. That's this ability. So pretty much what Disguise does is if your opponent attacks you, it doesn't do any damage, but it knocks down your disguise. It's kind of like a substitute, but it doesn't take any HP from you. It's like a free move. It's really useful if you want a Sword Stance during that first move, so that you can maximize the amount of damage your Shadow Sneak gets. Because Shadow Sneak always goes first, but it is an attacking move, and we did maximize our attack for these EVs, but it's just good to throw in a Sword Stance every now and then. Anyway, so the moveset: Sword Stance, Play Rough, Shadow Sneak, Shadow Claw. Alright, so now for the EVs / stats. So I'm just going to tell you the EVs, effort values, EVs, same thing. So for HP, it has 4 EVs in it. For attack, it has 252. And for special attack, 252. Special attack, I'm pretty sure we raised that just for Play Rough, because, actually no, it's not. Actually, why did I raise special attack? That's interesting. Well, I'll have to see that later. Well, I'm not going to change it right now because that's the setting that I had it for when I was playing it. Honestly, I would have changed it to, maybe I would take these away and maybe put it into speed, or maybe even defense, because our special defense is crazy. I would probably put it into defense just to make that a little bit better, because for this moveset, there are no special attacking moves. So if you want to use this moveset, I would recommend not using those EVs for special attack. Use them instead for defense, just so that you have everything a little bit more evened out. Also, I used all of these movesets, everything, I based it off of Smogon. I will put a link in the description of exactly what I used. So for the nature, I used Brave. I changed this myself. I don't remember. Sorry, those are my dogs in the background. I used the nature Brave plus special attack, and it kind of lowers the speed. Honestly, I did this one. I changed it myself because I don't remember what Smogon put, but I didn't really pay attention. But honestly, Mimikyu doesn't really need the speed, because if you're really going to try and sweep everyone out, I would recommend doing that Sword Stance on your first move, maybe throwing in another Sword Stance afterwards, and just Shadow Sneaking all the way through. Unless you have, something that's immune to Ghost, just use Play Rough. So yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Mimikyu. And next Pokemon is Celesteela. Now this one is probably my favorite Ultra Beast. It's just so awesome. I didn't make this one shiny. You know, I'm just going to make it shiny really quick just because the shiny's awesome. But I didn't use a shiny one in my battle because it wouldn't let me. I don't remember why, but it said like it had to be compatible with an event. So if you want to use a Celesteela in this certain setting, I don't think you can use it, but I don't know. Anyway, so ability Beast Boost, of course there's no other ability you can have, has leftovers. That's really, really annoying, especially if you throw in a Leech Seed in there, because Leech Seed prevents the target from switching out, and it absorbs damage from your opponent every single turn, and leftovers at the end of every turn, you also absorb HP, so that creates a really annoying Pokemon. Also, you have Protect if you just want to wait it out. If you just want to save up all of your power points. Even though these two attacking moves have pretty good power points, like this Flamethrower has 24, Heavy Slam has like 16. But, ow. Yeah, this can be really, really useful. Anyway, you can't really do it twice in a row, but it's pretty good if you have a Pokemon that's just, I don't know. Celesteela, oh my goodness, I can't say his name. Celesteela is pretty good though. Alright, now for the EV/stats. So for HP, we have a bit of a tanky guy over here. We have 248 EVs on this. And for defense, we kind of raised it up a little for 28 EVs, but we mainly went up with special defense because, you know, honestly, most of the people that you're going to battle use special attacking moves rather than attacking moves. So it's better to raise up your special defense more than you would your defense. That's just, I don't know, just a basic thing that I would recommend doing. I mean, obviously you can do whatever you want for your battles. Nature is serious. It's pretty good because it doesn't really affect anything. It's more one of those neutral natures. But anyway, that is what we're doing. Oh wait, no it's not. Just kidding, guys. We have one more. Alright, so Toxapex. I love Toxapex. It's crazy good. So, of course, this guy's shiny, because the shiny's just awesome. Non-shiny one is just boring blue. I mean, it does look cool, but shiny all the way. Alright, item Black Sludge. Every single turn, you get more HP if you're a poison type. But if you're not a poison type, you lose 1/8 of your HP. So pretty much, if you're a poison type, you gain HP, but if you're not a poison type, you lose more HP than you would if you were a poison type. Like, it's hard to explain. But, and anyway, the ability is Regenerator. So, if you switch out, then your Toxapex will heal up by 1/3 of its HP. That can be crazy annoying because this guy already has so much stuff to make him heal up. Anyway, with the moves. So our only attacking move is Scald. Honestly, I didn't really have to use Haze in the battle that I did. I would recommend that if you're kind of looking for a more offensive Toxapex, or just, I don't know, if you don't want to use Haze, because I don't really recommend using Haze, unless, you know, actually I would keep it just in case, because what Haze does, it eliminates all stat changes. So if I were up against a Mimikyu, which has Sword Stance, so that raises the attack by 2, so pretty much it raises attack sharply, and I use Haze, that pretty much just resets everything. So Mimikyu is back to 0. It just has the base attacking stats, nothing to help it. But then we have Recover. This one is crazy good. Recover is a really, really, really good move. Power points is 16, so you can use it a pretty good bit. You can just stay and troll it out. So it heals the user by 50% of its max HP. That's a really good amount. And the final move is Baneful Bunker. PowerPoint 16, it's pretty much like a protect move, except if you contact, like if you use an attacking move where you contact Toxapex, you could get poisoned. I don't remember if it is a guarantee or if it's like, poison point or static where you could get poisoned / paralyzed. But anyway, now let's go with the stats. So we have 252 on HP to make him really, really tanky guy. Defense, +4 EVs because we don't really need too much of defense, but special defense. Look at that special defense and look at that. Just all of this. It just makes him so tanky. And so it's just a really good tank. And for the nature, we have Calm that increases the special defense but lowers the attack. Honestly, attack, we don't really use it because Scald is a special attacking move, but this is just a really, really, really good Pokemon for competitive battling. Honestly, I would consider having Toxapex in any of your teams because it's just crazy good. Anyway, so these are the Pokemon that are going to be battling. The final part of this video is actually using them. So let's just hop right into that. So here we are. Now we are going to spectate the battle. This is the really, really interesting part. Now, right off the bat, we can tell that I made the mistake by only having 3 Pokemon, and they have a full party. And actually, I didn't realize that you could have 6 Pokemon in this mode. I think I said this earlier, but let's just start and see how it goes. Now, it's a really, really interesting battle. So let's just start. So, they started out with an Ampharos, and I started out with Celesteela. And they used Thunderbolt on me, and I literally forgot that Celesteela is a flying type. So I literally just let him just take me out in these 2 moves. I tried Leech Seeding him, and I protected just to stall a little bit. Just get a little bit more damage in, but eventually he Thunderbolted me and he knocked me out. Like, I just gave him a free Pokemon. So I send in my my Mimikyu. Let's go back a little bit. Let's just let him take me out because I don't want to skip anything. So I use Sword Stance on my first move because I have Disguise, and he is the Ampharos is still on Leech Seed, so I don't know if you transfer the Leech Seed to the other Pokemon if the other one faints, like if you get the HP, but I do know that it lasts a little bit more, like the energy is drained by them. So I use Sword Stance on my free move, and they went ahead and hit me with a Dragon Pulse, which I'm immune to because I'm a fairy type. I guess they forgot that. But anyway, so that gave me a free turn to do another Sword Stance. So I went ahead and did it, and they actually hit me with a legit move, and they destroy my Disguise. So I Shadow Sneak, and I literally take him out. Next, we have Cool Slug, and I use another Shadow Sneak on them, and that gets them more than halfway through the HP. And they do use Sludge Bomb on me, which pretty hurts a little bit. But I'm still doing really good at this point. Oh my goodness, there's a fly. Alright, so they send in Greninja, and I just keep using Shadow Sneak, and it was not very effective, but look at how much damage that did. It's crazy how Mimikyu is. It's just such a good attacker. Anyway, let's continue. So they use Water Shuriken and doesn't really do that much, but I try to use Play Rough because I know that it can be super effective. And I do, and they got me with like an Ice Beam or something, and that got me down, but I did end up taking out 2 of their Pokemon. So I'm doing really good with almost 1 Pokemon. So then they send out a, what's this called? Torterra. And they used Earthquake on me. I forgot what I used. Did I use like Shadow Sneak? Let's see. Sorry, I'm just, it's so hard to keep up with the pace, because it goes way too quick for me. So they send out the Torterra. Yeah, I use Shadow Sneak, and that does a whole lot of damage. But they do end up taking me out with that Earthquake, because I was on low HP. But here comes Toxapex, the worst part of this thing. And realize that there are 4 more Pokemon left. Just, it's crazy. So I send out Toxapex, I use Sunny Day, I use Scald, and they get burned. Now, he's using Sunny Day because he's setting up for a Solar Beam. Doesn't show that he has it, but not yet, but he does have a Solar Beam. And I didn't really realize what he was doing until then. And that takes off a pretty good chunk for a Toxapex, because Toxapex is a tank. And that's a pretty good amount of damage. But, you know, Toxapex can take it, because it can take a whole lot of other moves before recovering again. So I keep using Scald, even though it's not very effective. And I also let the burn do a little bit of my work. And, of course, it's using Solar Beam on me a lot, because that's stuff that's working. And it keeps using Solar Beam on red. I used Recover. And I'm just waiting for the burn to slowly take him out. And I use Baneful Bunker to prevent me from getting another Solar Beam. And I think he gets left on like 1 HP. Yeah. So he uses Energy Ball on me. I don't want to waste another Baneful Bunker, so I just use Scald and end him. So next, there's Ninetales Alolan. And it uses Extrasensory. This Extrasensory is crazy good, because that did a lot of damage for me. And, you know, it is a super effective move. But Alolan Ninetales did actually summon a Hailstorm, which is kind of annoying because it takes down a little bit of damage. But, I mean, I do heal up more damage than I would. Like, I heal up more damage than I lost in the Hailstorm, but it's still kind of annoying. So I use Scald, and it doesn't do too much, but I mean, it's the only thing I can do. So I just keep doing this pattern where I Scald and then I recover. And I Scald and I recover, like, it's just a little pattern. And I'm just hoping for it to get burned, which it did, so that can take off a little bit of damage, so that if I choose to protect, or if I choose to, recover, it will still have a little bit of damage on the Ninetales. So I'm continuing that pattern, and it's going actually pretty well. I have them more on halfway health. And I use another Scald. I'm getting them on low HP, and I think they switch out. And they send on John Cena. I love these names. So I think I take out this John Cena dude pretty quickly, but he is doing a couple of damage on me. And I'm pretty sure what Dr. Sandrew was trying to do. I think he was trying to lower my power points of my moves, especially of Scald and Baneful Bunker, so that I would have nothing left to do. But, of course, me being the superhero, and me being really good at competitive battling, not really, I actually end up taking this guy out. But this person made a whole bunch of mistakes. Like, they used a whole bunch of moves that I wasn't really, that I was resistant against. They also sent in Cool Slug again, and this guy was kind of hard because he was racking down my power points, because this guy's, I mean, it is a dragon type, and my only move is a water type move, so of course it's going to resist it, but it was still annoying because I couldn't get a burn on this guy. But yeah, this one, I was starting to get scared here, because I thought that I would lose all of my power points with just this guy. But I end up taking him out. I wish I burned him, though, so that I could throw in a Baneful Bunker, because he kept Dragon Pulsing me, and Dragon Pulse was pretty strong. You gotta be really careful when you're Toxapex. But I kept going with that pattern of protect, or no, not protect, recover and Scald. But Scald is a really good move because it also throws in that burn. So they send in Ninetales again. They have really nothing else to do. I used Recover because I knew they were going to do an Extrasensory. And I'm just waiting to keep using Scald until I take him out. And look, I won the battle with only 3 Pokemon. And, I think I did pretty good on this battle. So, what do you think about this? Would you use this party? I personally would recommend it. I wish I used Celesteela a lot better in this battle. I really think I should have sent in Mimikyu first. That's a Pokemon I would recommend sending in for if you're using this party. Send in Mimikyu first because it has that disguise just in case if you make a fatal mistake and that Pokemon has a move that is really, really, really good against your other Pokemon, or at least Mimikyu, then you can use that free move and maybe like switch out to something that will handle the situation better, like maybe Toxapex. You can actually use Toxapex first and take advantage of the ability Regenerator, which heals up if you switch out. And maybe switch out into Celesteela because this guy can be a tank if you know how to use him. But anyway, I know that this video is getting a little bit long, but I hope that you guys like these kind of videos. They're so much fun to make, and I'm definitely gonna make more in the future. So I hope you guys have a nice day. Maybe tell me in the comments any other parties or teams that I should use or analyze. But anyway, have a nice day, guys. I'll see you in the next video.